welcome to my channel. Thank you. Guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, there is no Hayden today. He is actually not here, but we do have still a special guest, I guess you could say. Miles is right back there. I don't know if he's gonna respond. He seems pretty knocked out. Miles. He is in attendance for this video, and he's probably honestly going to be asleep through most of it, but he's really cute, so he'll be back there. For those of you who didn't know who Miles was, because I totally forgot, it just slipped my mind, Miles is our dog, one of two. We have two dogs. The other one, she's asleep in our bedroom. She uses it because it's hers, I guess. I don't know. But she is Phoenix. I'm gonna say that quietly. Hopefully she doesn't come out here and like disrupt everything with her long legs. But yeah, so Miles is one of two. We got him first. He is absolutely adorable, adorbs, and honestly he just sleeps all day, so he'll probably just be in the background of my videos, just chilling. But anyway, let's jump right into what we actually came here for, because I can honestly talk about my dogs all day. They're like my children. I talk about them way too much, honestly. But of course today what we're going to be doing is actually a pretty fun DIY that I found on Pinterest, and it's going to be a calendar, which we all need. No, we all know that I need a calendar. I mean, if you haven't watched my previous videos,
this is procrastination personified right here. Procrastination.
This is why I don't let him talk on the channel.
Personified.
You know that I'm not the best at like following plans and completing things on time. So yeah, this video we're actually going to be making one of those, it's actually called a paint chip style calendar, and so I'm just gonna be going through it, showing you guys exactly how I will be making this one. It's free to interpretation, honestly. However you guys feel that you want to make yours, feel free to, but I hope that my video and the way I do it inspires you guys to do it as well. So yeah, let's get on it. All right, so the first thing that we're going to need for this video is of course going to be a picture frame. I got this picture frame at Walmart. It is big. It is ginormous. It is bigger than my head. Hello, Miles. And so this is the picture frame that we will be using. Now, like I said, it is a paint chip calendar. So I actually got these paint swatches that I'll be using. I kind of just chose a color code that honestly identified with me, that had some colors in there that I really like. Of course, blue is in here. Can't go anywhere, do anything without blue for me, just perfection. I also threw in some purples as well as like some oranges and greens. So honestly, like if these colors are all over the place for you, you can actually do any colors that you want. It honestly was really good just going to Walmart. If I didn't say that, that's where I went. I went to Walmart, and I got these from there. They kind of already have them arranged in like color coordination from like high to low, stuff like that. So if you just kind of like pick them out in order, you should be able to get that kind of style of the fade that you want there. So definitely would advise. Now I'm going to be doing some fun things to these because as you can tell, they're not all the same style, they're not all the same company. So some have these white cutoffs in some places, some don't have the white cutoffs in other places. So just kind of like maneuvering that, trying to see which size is going to be the best for me. But yeah, I'll show you exactly how I do that as well. And then the other thing I actually got for this, which is honestly pretty optional, if you guys choose to use it, if you choose not to use it, it's completely up to you. I just thought it would make it just a little bit more fun for the project, are actually these Amazon hole punchers. They came in a bag of, I think it's about like 6 or 7 here. They actually did have more if you wanted them for other projects as well, but I just thought they were like super cute just to have, you know, little holes at the top, maybe for the numbers, stuff like that. This one has like a little crown on it here, if you guys can see that there, which I thought was adorable, as well as all these other different ones. So of course, if you were like going for seasonal type of vibe, they have these ones that have the little snowflake, as well as, you know, hearts and all these other different cute little styles. There's a rose here as well. I'll definitely show you guys close-ups of these as well. And it was pretty cheap at Amazon. I'll make sure to include the links down below for the products that I got. And I do believe, if I remember correctly, that these were around just like $11.90 at Amazon.
Alright, so with that being said, here are all the tools that I will be using for this. So the punchers, like I showed you guys, the chip paint, the glue gun, as well as some tape. I couldn't really decide yet if I wanted to do tape or the glue gun yet, but you'll see later that I did. And then of course we can't forget the handy dandy green scissors there. So I went ahead and I laid out how I kind of wanted this to go, kind of seeing what colors I wanted, which order I wanted them to go in, and kind of just trying to figure out the size that I was wanting each of the boxes to be. I also kind of came up with like this pattern, I guess you could say. So you'll see that I have it where it's like, if it starts off white and ends dark, then the second row will start off dark and then end light there. So I kind of just continued that through, not only with the chips here, not only with the purple, my bad, but also with the blue. So just kind of continuing that down the line there. And then once I finished getting it all laid out here, you'll actually kind of see me later I change it, because I realized, especially with the blue ones and the orange ones, that the colors that I was doing the light to dark with weren't the actual colors that I would be using, because the blocks weren't big enough, as you can see. So yeah, so now I have those all laid out, look great. And that's kind of like the color coordination, I guess, I'm trying to achieve or go for here. You can lay yours out however you want. This is just kind of like how I did it, just to kind of like see where I wanted things to be and exactly what colors I wanted to be next to what other colors as well.
Gotten these all laid out in the color coordination that I want and the style that I want, we're actually going to cut them. So like I said before, some of them have that kind of like white line in them. Some of them, of course, aren't from the same company, so they don't have that in them. So actually, the ones that do have the white line in them, that's kind of going to be where I determine how big or how small it's going to be. So these ones with the white line are going to be super simple, so I'm just going to cut right down that white line. I actually thought it would be super cute for the ones that have the white line, so if you aren't like me and choose to do everything cohesive, which I didn't find out till after the fact, so yeah, but if you aren't like me, decide to do everything cohesive, I just thought it was really cute to like keep that like color down below, because if you're ever like looking back on it, maybe it's like a room color you want to paint, or maybe it's like, oh, I really like that color, I want to do something with it, you'll have the name of it, which is smart, right? Yeah, so not all of them are gonna have that for me, but hopefully you guys will be wiser, and all of them will be the same for you, and you'll be able to have that that fun little thing there. But yeah, so like I said, I'm just gonna cut them all to this size right here, and just kind of make sure that they all kind of like line up. So at this point, if you have a ruler of some sort or an X-Acto knife, I honestly would go ahead and get that out, just because you're probably going to be a whole lot more exact than me. But this is kind of what it's looking like. I know there's still a white line there, but I was using it as an example, so maybe I'll cut it out later, maybe it'll stay, you never know. You never know. But I'm just gonna keep going. So there's this one for this purple one that I was doing.
Now, when it came to cutting these, I was trying to follow the white line as close as possible. Like I said, it didn't really like come off that much. Like there was still a lot of like white line there, but I actually enjoyed like the size that it came out to. And I mean, if I could go back in time, I probably would have gotten them all in this style so that it would have made it easier cutting them, and I wouldn't have had to kind of like, how you'll see me do in a minute here is like overlay some of them, like the orange and the blue. I laid over the boxes that I already had on top of those ones, just to make sure that they were all the same size and same ratio and everything like that. So it definitely makes it a whole lot easier. Just get them all the same style. I mean, unless you have one of those like amazing like cutters, I forget what it's called, where it's like a box. We had them in school. I'm not gonna remember this, but you like lay everything down and you just go through, and it's like this giant like what is that called again? Basically like a hatchet, and you just hatch it through. Like, I don't know, was I the only person that did that in school? I might have been, but like if you have one of those for whatever reason in your home, definitely use that, because it'll make the cutting process so much easier.
Alright, so now that we've got these all cut up into the size that I was kind of going for there, and kind of what I was trying to accomplish there, we're actually going to hole punch these at the top. Like I said, this is completely optional. I actually saw this on Pinterest for some of them. I thought it was like pretty cute. A lot of people, they like wrote the date in the section that was hole punched, or maybe they like put something specific there with a specific hole punch, you know, like February you could do a heart, stuff like that. So I thought it was cute. Like I said, completely optional if you guys choose to do that or not. So I'm just gonna do these now. I know some of you guys might be thinking like, why did you go from blue to like black? And I actually realized while I was laying all these out, I had the same exact blue. So that's why it's randomly just from the darkest blue that I had to the black of the black here. So for those of you doing this yourselves, if you guys choose to not do it to the black, I'm not offended. I don't, it's perfectly fine. I just did that because I accidentally just picked another blue that was the same exact blue that I already had. So yeah, so I'm going to go through and hole punch these. I was thinking mostly that, especially with the ones where they had the white already, it kind of is already a distinguished top and bottom. So as you can see here, like it has the color right here, and so I'm just going to be hole punching up here. The other ones, I'm just going to kind of like wing it, like I've been doing for a lot of this video. So follow along with me as I wing this. And I think the one that I've decided to go with, that I kind of decided to go with before for the hole puncher, is actually going to be this little crown here. So I'm going to go through, hole punch all of these, and then I'll let you guys know what the next step is right after that.
Alright, so now that I am hole punching these, I actually decided to do the star instead of the crown, just because it was less likely to be seen upside down. And yeah, that just happened. Just broke that there because I'm smart. Got a lot of smarticles and just really messed that up.
Alright guys, so I just finished hole punching these. They actually turned out really cute, if you guys can see that there. So like, yeah, hole punched there. I did every color. With the ones that didn't have the line through them, I just kind of put it next to that little sign there, if you guys can pull that up and see that. But yeah, so went ahead and did all of them. And for those who were watching, you saw that I broke the plastic of the picture frame. Yep, I did that because my very intelligent brain totally thought it would be okay to hole punch as hard as I did on top of what I knew was breakable. But anywho, so that happened. So now I have to, of course, go to Walmart, get another one to finish this, because it's like broken pretty bad. Like it's like noticeably broken in this corner. It's like, I don't know if you can, hi Miles, we're framing Miles now. But yeah, see that? Yep, I did that, me. So, of course, this would not be a victory by design video if I finished everything in one day, because I can't, obviously. It just doesn't happen. Never happens. This time I was close. Actually, no, not really. The expo markers were coming in tomorrow. I was already gonna tell you guys that I wasn't gonna finish this today, but now I really cannot finish it today because I broke the thing. So I'm gonna take a fun run to Walmart, get a new one. There's Miles sleeping, he's adorable. But yeah, and we will finish this up tomorrow, I guess. But yeah, so anywho, I will catch you guys tomorrow and we will finish up the rest of this video. Alright, hey guys, so it is the next day. As you can tell, oh well, actually really the only thing that changed was like me, honestly. Miles is still here sleeping in his comfortable position and my living room still looks as it does always, but I did get a new picture frame because like I said in the last video, I broke my last one. Just kind of happened. Yeah, so anywho, we have a new one. Went to Walmart, got the same one, same price, same everything. I don't remember if I told you guys in the last video how much it cost, but it retails for like $14.88, and then it actually costs, like after tax and everything, I think it's like $16.11. So it's an 18 by 24 at Walmart, so like total $16, not too bad at all for sure. So went and got that. So what I'm going to do now is just, now that we finally got all of these cut out and done and ready with the stars in them, I actually off camera realized that I didn't have 31, I only had like 25 or something. So you'll see there's a little bit more added to it that I cut. It's a little bit different of a layout than I originally was going for, but I actually really like it. But yeah, so let's just jump into that.
So now that I've got all those hole punched, I really just wanted to start off with like just an easy like platform and like base area. So what I decided is to take that glue gun that you guys saw earlier. I actually wanted to go ahead and glue the edges of this down first before I started gluing everything else to it, just so that there would be less like moving going on. It would be easier to attach it when I went to like put everything on, just like one solid situation, I guess. So that's what you'll see me doing here. wiped it down first because there is quite a bit of dog hair where we live here. So I just went ahead and I wiped it first, and then I went ahead and on top of that, after I wiped it, just went ahead and, like I said, just did all the corners. I just kind of like tried to align it and then stick it down, and then I did that same thing with all the other corners as well. So you'll just see me go through each and every corner, just making sure that I clean off any excess hot glue that came off, just to make sure that it stays nice and white, so the colors can of course pop off the background once I put that on and get that situated there. So now I'm just going to lay these out kind of in the way that I want them to be here. You can lay yours out however you want to. I kind of decided on this like checkerboard type layout just because it just was visually appealing to me, like, because honestly all it was, like, I did it kind of like off screen just because I wanted to like see if maybe these rectangles were too small, or if maybe I needed to like have more space or whatever. And it actually, like, I just kind of laid it out and it looked really nice to me. And then the other thing that I really liked about it is that it helped keep things in line, because as you can see, like, I'm lining them up kind of like a window situation. I don't know if you were ever in choir like me, but I was always told to like get in your window when you were up on the like risers and stuff. So that's kind of what I did with these. I made sure everyone had their own window, and so that's why it kind of like helped with the alignment. Now it did still kind of turn out like a little wonky in some areas because I can't keep things straight to save my life, but this helped make it not as noticeable, if that makes any sense. So if you're like me and like straight lines just don't happen that well for you, I would definitely advise like this checkerboard style. And this is kind of what it turned out and looked like, and it's really cute to me, especially with the star.
Alright, so now that I've got those all laid out, I've got the corners glued down for exactly how I wanted that as well. I'm going to now go ahead and glue these down. Hopefully they stay as nice and as even as I had them when I set them up. Fingers crossed, because for real, it looks so nice right now, and I'm hoping that I don't like mess it up. Miles is here just witnessing or sleeping, I don't know, but yes, so fingers crossed. We're gonna get into the gluing and then we will see the final product afterwards.
So as you can see, I actually ended up starting to glue these off tape. It was totally an accident. I thought I was on tape, but I wasn't. So you'll just see me, I've already done the bottom row. I kind of started off at the bottom, and so all I really did here was just I did this like zigzag pattern on the back. You should see me do another one here in a second. And so I just did like a zigzag pattern on the back of it, all the way down. And so with that zigzag pattern, it just kind of like got all of it. I started off actually just doing like a line down the middle, but I realized that the colors are so dark, and the paint chip, like the texture of the paper is so thick that you don't see the hot glue coming through. So I just went ahead and just kind of like, you can honestly put a decent amount of hot glue on the back there, and it doesn't bleed through, it doesn't come through to the other side. Like there's no worries. You can make sure that it gets stuck on really well. And so you'll just see me just making my way up the line here, just going through. There were a little bits of like what's it called when the hot glue kind of like strings away. I don't know, the strings. Yes, there were quite a few like strings that would like come off, and so it wasn't too bad getting those off. You just had to like peel them off in certain areas and like unstick them, but for the most part it was pretty simple. It was kind of honestly like relaxing. Oh, this one I just did, this eggplant one, that one I kind of messed up on, I'm not gonna lie. Like everything was good until the eggplant. But yeah, like that one you can see me like putting extra care into, like I just did, just because it kind of got a little bit messed up. But yep. But like I was saying, doing this, like overall it was kind of like just relaxing, you know. It's like one of those like monotonous things where you just kind of like you're chilling and putting it on there. There wasn't a lot of stress because like I said, I kind of laid it out in a way that would keep it aligned for the most part, so that when I was putting it on there I had like something to go by. So that also helped as well. Like if you're looking for a style there that is super simple, like I said, would definitely advise this one because it didn't take long and it was super easy. And honestly, when I got to doing this part, I was like, wow, like it's not that hard. It's pretty simple, like pretty easy. And so you'll see I just kind of kept up with that zigzag down the back, and the card texture actually stuck really well too. So that was something that was really good about it as well. And you know, it's kind of like flaggy to me, I'm being honest.
Alright guys, so now that I have finished taping it, I don't know why I said gluing it. Now that I finished gluing it, I actually ended up off screen putting it into the frame, just because if your house is anything like mine, get a new one. No, I'm just kidding. There's so much dog hair in here because of this one as well as the other one, and like I had to basically like take it out, redo it. It was like multiple times. My vacuum got involved. Like it was a whole ordeal. So I actually ended up doing it off camera, and so this is what it's looking like with it in the frame. I honestly like really like it. Of course I'll show you guys a better picture of it, but yeah, so I'm actually gonna like hang it up. I'm actually gonna have Hayden hang it up. I'm not gonna hang it up because I'm not super good at the whole nail and wall situation and getting things aligned. He's not that good at it either, but like together we do a pretty good job. If you can tell, these here in the back are more aligned than they were in the past. So yeah, but with this I also got, of course I told you guys, the expo markers. They finally came in. There's actually a pack of them. I ended up getting these like fine print ones here. They were on sale at Amazon, and I'll link those down below. Everything that I included and used here to make this calendar, I'll link down below there for you guys. Overall it was like really simple. Like it took way less time than I expected. Of course, tying in me going to Walmart twice to get a new frame because I broke the last frame, as well as tying in all the other stuff that I had to do. It was really quick, really simple, and I'm now so excited to have a a calendar so that I can write everything out, because I've been needing to write everything out and have it in front of me for a while. So that'll definitely help me with planning, like YouTube, with all the other crazy things I have going on, and so that's super exciting to me. So thank you guys so much for following along with me on this very simple DIY. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm pretty sure Miles enjoyed it too, or didn't, I don't know. But make sure to definitely not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and go ahead and click that subscribe button as well as the bell button, so that way you can follow along with me and keep track of all the DIYs and stuff that I do. And I mean, honestly, if there's anything that you guys want to like see me do or see me attempt, like feel free to like drop comments down below in this video and future videos. I'll definitely try those things out. But yeah, bye.